Hey guys, it's Meagle Murphy here, and today we may notice we're somewhere a bit different. So essentially, you may notice I have my Murphyland, and what you may not know about this is that actually a lot of my stuff got reset on that world, and I feel like you guys just haven't really got to follow along with almost me creating it. So I'm going to be starting off a new series today. Yay, exciting! So the first thing I'm going to go and do is click on single player. Unless you want to start up a server, go and check out a tutorial or something on that. Don't do it by yourself, obviously. But in this case, I'm going to be doing single player. There's several guides on how to do that in server. So we're going to click create new world. Now we're going to go and click creative. Definitely not survival or hardcore unless you want to do survival, but this is for creative. Now we're going to go and name our world something unique. Now I'm going to name mine the Minecraft Creative Guide. I'm a god at spelling. And so now we're going to make sure that we have generate structures on, because we can do some really cool stuff with that. Allow cheats, of course, on. Bonus chests, it can make your world look really ugly, so don't do that. And make sure your world type is on default, not amplified or anything else. Alright, and you can type in a custom seed if you really want to, but I'm not going to. And I'm actually going to show my seed with you guys, but I don't want you guys to be particularly copying me, because I feel like the Minecraft creative guide will more be about how to start up your own creative world. So the first thing I'm going to do as soon as I get in my world is turn off this ugly resource pack. Don't use the ugly resource pack, guys. Please just use a normal one, or like just don't use like super 3D or anything. And also on 1.14, of course. So the first thing I'm going to go and do is go and change my resource pack to not be on a, well, PvP one. And shaders always help. It makes the world look really beautiful, and it helps you really see, I don't know, it makes you more, I don't know, proud of your builds. So in this case, I spawn in a perfect location, to be honest with you guys. Not too perfect, I mean, all I need is the open oceans, so I really recommend open oceans for this. Now, the one thing you will need is the world edit. Alright, guys, because you will not want to be doing creative without world edit. It's so easy to install, guys. I swear on my life. It's not that hard to install. Just go and watch a tutorial on how to do it on YouTube. Alright, so now all we're going to start off doing is building a spawn, because that's kind of how you start off your build. Now, I didn't do this with my own. I actually started off with just having a competition on who could build a better water house with my sister on my old Murphyland city. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up a little time lapse of me building a spawn, and also make a little bit of a theme for your spawn. Because like on my old one, it was actually just a huge wooden house, but the cool thing was that it wasn't made out of normal blocks. It was made, like, all the stairs were made out of single blocks, because it was so big it went over the clouds. It was insane. But yeah, and yeah, I'm just gonna be recording this video for you guys, because I feel like you guys didn't get to see the beginnings, and I know that you guys really want to know how to start up your own creative world, because I know that it's a bit hard to do, because I know people aren't always the most creative. Now you may go and say, well, I'm gonna go and watch this guy's video anyway, because he seems like a really cool guy. Oh, go and subscribe to him. But you should try this too, because I was actually not very good at building about a year ago, and now I am. When I just tried, it came back on, and I'm like, tried something creative, I followed the tutorials, and I'm like, wow, this is fun. So yeah, I encourage you guys to do that. We'll get into the time lapse. See you then. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. I know that I haven't completely finished all of the things, and the reason why was actually my game crashed while I was doing this, so it actually didn't get quite finished, sadly. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm gonna do that in another time lapse, but I'm gonna be talking about a little bit more like other things. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is pick a theme for your thing. So watch this video, of course, before you start to build all your stuff. So pick a spawn theme. Mine is gonna have, you're gonna be spawned in this futuristic, this dystopian futuristic style flying island, and then it's gonna have a little staircase going into like a maybe medieval section. And so after I'm essentially gonna give you a little bit of a tip here. So do you see how I have it going one down? That's good because there's this golden block here. Now you may be wondering, why do you need this? Well, if you get a golden pressure plate, well, I'm actually just gonna grab a golden pressure plate. And also, if you do slash give put your player name here, command block, press enter. Now, oh yeah, so also this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Turn mobs off. Alright, now you may be thinking, oh, well, then you can't have mob spawners and stuff, and I'm gonna be saying to you, well, it's a creative world. Make sure that you're not doing survival type stuff in your creative world. I don't care if you do, but I don't know, it makes it a lot more fun to play without mobs and stuff. So now what we're gonna do, now we could do a command there. We're not actually going to do that this episode. I'm going to be talking more about commands in other episodes and stuff, because this is more, it's not a server, it's a building server. Now, you may be saying like, well, you're not telling us how to be good at building. And my number one tip to anyone building is try different things. Like, I'm not very good at this style whatsoever, like this futuristic style. I'm gonna make it nicer weather for you guys. I'm not very good at futuristic stuff. It's very blocky, but this was kind of fun because it was dystopian and it was all broken down, and that's kind of what I'm good at. I'm good at building rustic, and I wasn't very good at building modern, and that's all I would build when I played Minecraft a few years ago. And I wasn't good at building back then because all I did was build modern houses, and then eventually I just got sick of it and started to play Hypixel Skywars really badly for the rest of my Minecraft experience. So don't do that. Try different building styles, alright? Now, tip number 2 is give it shape. You can't build a big block house and be proud of it because it's just a big block. It doesn't look realistic. It's a big block and it's like, oh wow, I made a big block, I'm so proud of this. You won't be. And tip number 3 is make sure it's gravitational. I say as, like, make sure it's applying to gravity. So if I go and grab myself, why does Minecraft hate me so much? And why is Golden Murphy Dog barking? He knows this is how I make my money. So if I was to go over here, I've seen, you must have seen at least quite a few people building this way, or maybe even yourself building this way, and I don't recommend it whatsoever. So I've seen people have their houses go like, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, and then they go boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna go and do a little quick little build of what it's kind of like in a little bit of a more miniature version. So, well, number one of the things I see a lot is, so it kind of looks like something like, 1 second. It looks something like this, And also, you would be surprised how many times I've seen somebody build something going out as well, going like this, and then adding something like this, going up like that. I'm not going to fill in any of the blocks, but you essentially know what I'm saying, because it doesn't look right for a house to be coming at you like that. It doesn't look right to our eye, because if this was to be in real life, it would tip over and fall on you, and it just doesn't look right. So I'm just going to go and get rid of all of this, because it just looks so bad. I can't even have this in my creative world. So, and this comes to tip number 3. Well, tip number 3 is, if you are not proud of what you've done, you are not going to like that build. And it's just gonna kind of dawn on you. You're gonna go buy that building. You're gonna be like, oh, like you're gonna be proud of one thing in it, but there's gonna be one thing that you really don't like in it. Go back and change that one thing that you really don't like, because if you don't, you won't be proud of that build. Tip number 3 is, yes, it will take a while. Alright, it will not be like, I used to build little houses in like 5 minutes and think, oh well, Grain can do it, and I'm like, well, now I look back at it and I'm like, dude, it was a time lapse. It's going 8 times the actual speed. That's why it was a 5-minute video. It took him probably like 15 minutes to build that, right? You know, like all my builds, they're very fast builds, but they take hours and hours upon end. So make sure that you take your time on your builds. If you don't, you won't be very proud of it, right? So now I'm going to be kind of talking about our next district. Now this is a district that you can have or you can't. I'm sorry, my phone is going off. It's all stupid. So this is, you could choose districts that you want, but I'm going to start off with the medieval district. And I'm going to be talking about my spawn a little bit. So it has a staircase, and then it starts to slowly become into this rustic style, and then this fence style. I love Grain always uses this, and he's actually a huge inspiration to most of my builds, as we have a very, very similar build style. So yeah, I also recommend having a YouTuber that you really like their build style, but you won't always necessarily have the same build style. It takes a little bit of knowing on how to do this. So essentially, we're just gonna kind of go like this here. We're also gonna grab a slab. You could actually do that by just middle clicking on your mouse. And oh yeah, this brings me to step number 4. Don't use a laptop. It sucks. I used to use a laptop. Don't do it. You can have a laptop, just get a keyboard and a mouse and plug it in. It will change everything, I promise, alright? It will make everything so much better. So what we're going to do, type in this command, /TP at player AP 2, and then you're just going to leave that blank. Now, you're going to go and find, I'm sorry about that. And so you're going to go and find the area far, far away. Now, not too far. If you go here, here's also a little Easter egg. Not an Easter egg, but like something you should know in Minecraft. If you go farther than 1,000,000 blocks away in Minecraft, you will lag out of your world and you will fall out. So make sure you're not going absolutely anywhere farther than 1,000,000 blocks. And even at 500,000 blocks away from your build, will start to lag you out of their server, and then your file of your Minecraft server could even corrupt. So don't do that. Alright, so I'm gonna get and find a little island. Now you don't need to do this particular island, but I am. So yeah, I'm gonna go and cut into a time lapse of me making another mini spawn for this area over here. Also, so guys, I know I said that there was going to be a bit of a time lapse, but there wasn't because the replay mod did not work. But I've kind of got this little bit of a start to the build. And the reason why was actually because my game is crashing. I don't have the best computer, if you can't tell already. Sorry about that. But yeah, maybe I should stop using shaders while doing my time lapses, and then I could put them on at the end using the replay mod. Yeah, I'll start to do that. Yeah. Okay, so, and besides computer issues, I got this little bit of a start to the medieval little house over here. Now, I didn't want to start off by doing a big night tower because I'm not sure if Night Tower is really medieval. I'm quite sure it is, and they will add in castles a bit later on. But I mean, this is, I don't know, things in districts always kind of start off with a house or spawn, which this could be a temporary spawn. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Now I hope that you guys go and start up a world. All right. If I really wish I knew that, like when I used to play Minecraft, that, all I had to do is just do a couple of things to build. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of, quite a few build tips right here. Like, one, while doing builds, give it shape. And what I mean by that is, when I did my old builds, I'll show you what I did. I didn't mean to do that. So, like, I would go like this. So, I'm going to go and get some oak. I'll go and do something like this, and then go like this. And you're like, oh wow, you're giving it frame. You must have been a decent builder. And don't worry about the size or anything here, or the roof, because I'm not gonna go full out on the roof or anything. And you're like, wow, it looks so good. But then, well, do you notice anything different compared from, well, this little build I got right here and that little build, other than the roof and stuff? Yes. Here's how I would actually do it, alright? Go in a block. Like that. See? That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Alright? I think that's really good to know while building a rustic house. I was like, oh yeah, I know they need supports and stuff, but I'm like, why does my build look like Grain's build? Or why doesn't my build look like, I don't know, I can't think of any other builders, to be honest with you. Grain's just kind of one of the ones that pop up in my head, to be honest with you. But, like, you know, well, you know what I'm trying to say. And it's not because I have shaders on or anything, because if I was going to turn my shaders off, my build would still look quite cool, like, because it got shape, it has a pretty fair roof, I mean, if I do say so myself. Like, this is a good start to a Minecraft house, because it has shape, so it's not, never have it be a box. Box builds don't look good. I have it coming out on the side. An L shape is very common. Now, you don't always need to have like a shape. You start off your build by going like this. You place your build, you decide how big it is. You're gonna go like this, maybe you go like this, and then maybe you go like that, and then maybe you go like that, and then like that, and then, you know. But, like, you know, it just needs to be a wonky shape, and you can make something cool out of it using a palette that looks something like here. So, if you don't know what a palette is, it's actually it's essentially the blocks that you're using, and it can also be used in art, fairly commonly. Now, I always recommend blocks like this, for this type of build. I wouldn't recommend this for any other kind, obviously. Or, I mean, also all the stripped wood is good. You know, that kind of thing. Slabs, cobblestone stairs. Essentially, you need to choose out a palette that looks right. I'm not ever gonna be, don't ever use wool for a build. I mean, like I was gonna say clay, but clay's can be used well in some spots. But yeah, I'm just trying to say, don't make a build out of wool like my sister used to. So yeah. And also, tip number 3 is use world edit, please. Please use world edit. And know it makes a little small change, but look at the landscape. Look how much better it looks. If I go and I get a blaze rod and I take the brush, here's a little bit of how to use something. Go / brush. I'm gonna use wait, what? What? There's no smooth? Oh. brush, what? Brush, apply, no. What's happening? Why? What is happening? There's a smooth one. Where did smooth go? There it is. Smooth grass. Underscore block. Boom. So now if I go like that, it'll kind of make a little bit more of a more or less spherical shape. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna kind of start to click away. It just makes it look a little bit more natural, so I highly recommend using that. And I'll probably go on that, you know, all the other kind of stuff that I need to do. So yeah, it just, World Edit makes everything look so much better. Alright, just trust me, it does. Use World Edit, alright? And go and follow a tutorial if you are, alright? Because if you don't use a tutorial, you could get a virus or something bad. Don't do that, alright? So yeah, yeah, that's kind of all for this video. It's kind of just how to start up your creative world for this one. And if you guys would like to see more of this, make sure you leave a like. It really, really helps. And if there's anything else you would like to know, or any questions, tell me down below. And also, if you need some help with something, you can ask me to come on your world, and I will come, because I only have 3 subscribers and barely any views. So yeah, you can ask me to come, and I will come onto your world, and I will help you build your world even a bit better, because I know that lots of people really struggle if they don't have a person that they know that's really good at building. So yeah, I will try and help all of you guys as much as I possibly can. And yeah, and I'll go more into depth on building techniques like my roof, or you know, this kind of stuff. So this is kind of just like a mind or mentality one. I'll go, it's kind of like it's trying to, I'm essentially trying to help you start up that world, just give you that motivation push, so that you guys do it, because it's so much fun, guys. Trust me, it is so much fun just to go and play creative Minecraft, because most people don't even give it a chance, because they're like, what do you think I am, a creative genie, art wizard? And I'm like, no, I'm like the least creative person on planet Earth. So yeah, just go and, you know, try something, try new things. Don't always go for the same style. Don't watch tutorials, please. You won't be proud of your builds if you watched a tutorial, because it won't be your build. And last but not least, subscribe to me for more epic gamer content. Go and check out some of my other builds, and well, press subscribe. You would be my first real subscriber. And yeah, so yeah, that's all for this video. Go and check out some of my other builds. I really recommend Cliff House. It's one of my most favorite builds on my channel, and it still doesn't have any views, so go and watch that one, please. Go and click on my little logo down below next to subscribe, and also click subscribe and the bell while you're at it. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. And what the frick, Thunder? Why you bullying me?